Hello, welcome back. Did you get a chance to see the Hungarian Grand Prix? Let's get into this. This is one fan's opinion. So if you did not get to see the Hungarian Grand Prix, let me get you up to date as to the qualifying and what happened. So in qualifying, this is the way it played out for qualifying. Hamilton qualified in 12th, Behrman 11th, Hajar 10th, Lawson 9th, Verstappen 8th, Bartoletto 7th, Stroll 6th, Fernando Alonso 5th, Russell 4th, Norris 3rd, Piastri 2nd, and Leclerc 1st. Right off the rip, Leclerc held that first corner. Then you had Papaya, McLaren, trying to pull in real tight. You also had Russell right in the mix. It was a pretty crazy first corner. As time went on, Leclerc started to just pull away. What? Ferrari pulling away? Is this the change that they've needed? Is this the chance? Do they have what it takes to take them to the top? In lap 2, Verstappen was challenging Lawson. See, that's what I was saying. Look how far up Lawson is compared to Tsunoda. Tsunoda, dead last. Yes, he started from the pits, but there's a reason why he started from the pits. I believe, again, just my opinion, but I believe that Tsunoda should be removed. Not that he's a bad driver, but he's definitely not as good as Lawson. Put Lawson back into that second seat for Red Bull and let him run. Let him run. Verstappen challenged Lawson, eventually got him. It's Verstappen. But by lap 19, oh man, Leclerc was just gone. Then it was Piastri, Norris. Lap 19, they called in Piastri, and that was it for Piastri. Norris got ahead. Piastri was so far back. It was a bad move, bad call. But, as I say, that's just my opinion. By lap 29, Hamilton had made it up to 11th place. Verstappen had started to challenge him. Leclerc had come in for a pit, was in 2nd place. As you can see here, you had Norris in 1st, Leclerc in 2nd. Leclerc was 1.7 seconds behind Norris. Behind Leclerc was Piastri. Then you had Russell, Alonso, Bartoletto, Stroll, Lawson. It was just getting crazy. One thing I forgot to mention was that Verstappen, in trying to overtake Hamilton going through a corner, he undercut Hamilton and ran him wide, as Verstappen does, and ran Hamilton off of the track. The interesting thing was the announcers were going back and forth. Was that legal? Was there contact? To me, it doesn't look like there was contact, although it was very close. The interesting thing is a third person came in on the announcements and had the rules right there. And evidently, the front axle of the car that's undertaking is supposed to be alongside the side view mirrors. That never happened. Ran Hamilton right off the track. Hamilton did not have pace to keep up with Verstappen. But here we are, still waiting for a verdict. Is he going to be penalized? Is he not? My guess is it's Max. So no, he won't be penalized. But if Hamilton had done that, sometimes this is a very racist sport. When you're poor black and you don't belong in the rich white man's world. Anyhow, let's stick to the racing. By lap 41, they called Leclerc back in. Leclerc didn't really want to come in, but you listen to your engineers. The reason that they called him in, though, I think, was to keep him ahead of McLaren, but it backfired. So Leclerc ended up falling from 1st to 2nd. Piastri, then Leclerc, then Russell, then Norris. Verstappen had made it to 7th place. Hamilton had made it to 9th place. So Verstappen, for that move on Hamilton, was under investigation. Still waiting for the outcome of this. This is a few days later. What's going on here? Wow. Well, at this point, lap 51, you have Piastri challenging Leclerc. Leclerc, because his tires are now older, Piastri has better grip. He sails right by Leclerc. Leclerc at this point is upset because he came in when he really did not want to come in, and he thought that he had enough grip to stay out a little bit longer, come in, get his tires, come back out, have grip, and overtake Piastri and possibly Norris to get back into first position. But Ferrari, for some reason, just isn't listening to their drivers. So frustrating for a fan. Leclerc, needless to say, was pretty upset. On the radio, this is what he had to say. "This is so incredibly frustrating. We've lost all competitiveness. You just have to listen to me. I would have found a different way to manage these issues." Why is Ferrari not listening to their seasoned drivers? This was lap 53 at this point. So because Leclerc came in early, his tires started to fall off, which made him very upset. He was saying, now we're going to probably lose what we potentially had as a race win, which Ferrari desperately needs. Russell at this point, lap 62, overtakes him with ease. I mean, there was a little bit of but overtakes him with ease in considering all things. Another thrown away race? During the second last lap, Piastri is behind Norris, and I'm sure desperately wants to get that first place back. He tucks in, and at the end of the long straight, he's up on him, decides to brake late, but Norris shuts the door, so Piastri locks up. So Lando Norris wins by 0.6 of a second, which puts more pressure on Piastri because now there's only 9-point difference between the two drivers. Now we're off to a summer break. I told you it was going to be close. Now, I had said that Norris was going to take it originally, but I also said after a few races that wouldn't it be interesting if it was McLaren 1-2 and who's going to be the winner at the end of this? I think Lando, going into the season, I thought that Lando was more seasoned than Piastri, but I mean, who's to say? Piastri, there's almost no stopping him. So who do you have? Who do you think will take this season's winnings? So this is how it ended. Norris first, Piastri second, Russell third, Leclerc fourth, Ferrari let it slip, Alonso fifth, Bartoletto sixth, Stroll seventh, Lawson eighth, Verstappen ninth, Antonelli 10th, Hadjar 11th, Hamilton 12th. Wow. Thanks for watching One Fan's Opinion. What a race! Hungarian Grand Prix 2025.